We all know we want to be on Facebook. We know we want to create posts and ads and all this other stuff. Like, so whose stomach's going, oh my God, what do I put up there? So we're going to talk about the content and how you create the content. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about it a little bit first, and then we're going to go through and you guys are actually going to fill out this sheet. And just so you know, even though at the top of it says social content worksheet, this exercise and this content will work with any piece of content or PR that you're creating for your business. So if it's a brochure, your 10-second elevator speech, you know, it really, I mean, it's geared towards social media, but if you really like take this, you can write a lot of different messaging from what you put together here, or you can rewrite this over again to suit the needs that you want. Okay, so the first thing we start out with is your primary objective. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve with social media or with this particular post, right? Knowing that makes the rest of it easier. So you got to know your goals before you start, and they guide who your audience is, the content that you write, and your selection. So like you were saying, you want to promote a gala, right? That's a lot different than promoting new inventory that comes into your shop, right? Which is a lot different than just promoting the dentistry in general, right? During National Dentist Day or month. I think that just passed, didn't it? Yeah. Saw it on Facebook. So what's the objective of what you're trying to do? Are you trying to generate awareness? Are you talking about a specific event, right? So once you figured that out, who do you want to tell? People that need dentists. People with children that don't want to buy brand new clothes, right? Because you do consignment and, okay, I just want to, I've seen it, I want to make sure. That's a different audience than the people that are going out and buying a special christening outfit, right? So who's your audience? Now, some folks, well, everybody's my audience. Everybody needs their teeth cleaned, right? You got to figure out who you're willing to pay money for. So if you were going to run an ad on Facebook and if you were going to spend $300 a month, who are the right people? What's their geography? What age are they? Are they parents? Do you want a whole family? A whole family is more lucrative than a 24-year-old that's just coming in twice a year, right? Because the family, you're getting the mom, the dad, the 3 kids. And who are you targeting? You're targeting the mom, because mom makes the decision of what doctors you use, right? So for you, we're looking for moms in the ages of 25 to 40 that live in this particular area that have 3 kids. Facebook lets you drill down. You can say they have, and the kids are between this age and this age. You can drill down that far. I want people that have teenagers. I want people that have, 5-year-olds to 15-year-olds, that type of thing. You can look at income level. Income level is a little fugazi on Facebook. It always has been. Hopefully one day they'll figure it out, but there's at least markers in there. Okay, grabbing their attention. This is kind of the part where a lot of people lose it a little bit, and then they start talking about themselves. People don't want to hear about you. They want to hear about what you can do for them, right? So figure out 3, and if you can't figure out 3, 1 is fine. What problem are you solving? You're helping people recycle clothing at an affordable price, right? How do you solve that? Because we're a consignment shop. See how that's different than, hey, come buy our consignment clothes for 5-year-olds? It's just a different feel. What it is you're being helpful, right? And people want to work with businesses that are helpful and genuine and have great customer service. I haven't met a business owner yet that I've gelled with that has said, no, I just do this for the money, right? If you're in it for the money, you're working for someone else and doing something a lot less hard. Most people are passionate, but that doesn't come through. So once you kind of figure out what that is, you can start with a question they answer yes to. And this is a really simple, very powerful trick. Because when someone answers yes to a question, all of a sudden they're open and receptive to whatever the answer after that is going to be, right? So Do you need a consignment shop where you can sell your son's clothing? Yes, I do. Great. Bring your stuff in. Okay, like they're open to it, right? And so for you, it's like, your support and services of the business community, right? So do you need help with figuring out what to do next with your business? Yeah. All right, so who here in the room, all of a sudden when they're in you're all in your heads going, yeah, I need that, right? All of a sudden you're open to it. Great, because we have services, supports, and networking that can help you run your business. You're not doing it alone. Let us help you, right? Very different than just, we're a financial community that helps businesses in the borough. That's what you are, but that's not what you do. And then always, always, always finish with a call to action. People are busy, right? Notice how I finished that sentence with you with bring your clothes in. That's a call to action. It doesn't have to be buy my stuff. It can be a very soft call to action. Schedule an appointment today. Schedule a consultation, right? Schedule a time to talk. I'm not quite sure what your company does, but my guess is you want to talk to people, right?
Exactly.
Schedule a time to have a cup of coffee. However you feel comfortable, that's in your vibe, that works. Come to our show, right? You're going to do a lot of event posts. And part of that is going to be, come to the show. If you use an event post in Facebook, they can say, yes, no, we're interested. And that is an interaction right there. So that's how you can work events in. You were going to ask a question?
Well, I'm going to follow up here first.
Oh.
I did have a question, but so she would then follow up. Is there contact information or?
It depends on what you're running.
Okay.
So if your call to action button is call now, then they're calling you. But what if you want to generate leads? There are ads within Facebook where you can collect contact information. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, but usually what you do with that is you give them something. Get this free PDF that is pertinent to whatever you do by signing up for our newsletter or with something. And then you can either send that out to a landing page or you can stay within Facebook and do that. Facebook does that. I like both, but I think that keeping people within Facebook, depending on your objectives, is nice because it autofills their information. So it makes it super easy. So
and I'm thinking the average Facebook viewer sees something that says, looking for a non-GMO, clean label, gluten-free ingredient. You're either looking for that or you aren't.
right.
And
But-
it'll be up to me to weed out who the people want.
Yeah.
Versus
You could-
B2B thing.
Yeah, and then you can separate those two. Do you have to eat gluten-free? Yes, I do. We sell non-GMO gluten-free products. Sign up today to get more information off of our newsletter. See the difference between that? It's you took the same message, but you chunked it into 2 sentences. But then always follow up with a call to action. They're really, really important. The more you tell people what to do, the more likely they are to do it. So they said yes, you told them what they're saying, you're solving their problem, and you're giving them a call to action. Click the button.
So I don't always finish with a call to action only because we're a community resource. And I feel like because we're posting at least 4 times, between 3 and 4 times a day. So I'm finding that always having a call to action is almost bombarding them or inundating them. So I'm trying to incorporate more newsworthy tips, third-party content that is more relative and something that people want to read versus constantly being like, call me, call us, or, there's too many programs that serve the community.
You're absolutely right. This I wrote and put together in the context of putting an ad out there. When you're doing organic posts, and this is a really, really good point, and I always talk about this. When we do posting for people, we like to use a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 educational, 1 call to action post. Soft call to action, but still a call to action. The other 3 posts are all education and don't ask them to call. It may ask them to consider finding a professional, which is very, very different. So for the electrician, it's like, if you need to rewire your home, don't do it yourself. You need to use a licensed professional electrician. We're not saying use us. We're just saying, please, don't do it yourself.
Don't shock yourself.
Right. Don't shock yourself, if you have, and so that's educational, right? If you have water running down your circuit box, the power box, don't go and turn it off yourself. Call an electrician immediately. Water and electricity don't mix. You would think everybody knows that, but they don't, because people die from electrocution every year. So it's that type of thing. So when you're doing regular organic posting, if you follow that 3-to-1 ratio, and if you're posting twice a week, 3 times a week, because the way we look at it is you've given them 3 things, and then you've earned the right to ask for business. That's the way you have to think about it. So give, ask. And then people don't mind that. But to your point, if all you're doing is asking for business, that's all you ever put out there, people start ignoring you because you're like, what's in it for me? So that's a very important point. So this is in the context of writing an ad when I talk about call to actions, because there are so many times where it's the opposite. Nobody puts calls to actions out there. They don't do it at all. And that's just as bad, because if you're giving them educational information, you've earned the right to ask for the business. You just don't want to do it on everything, but don't not do it at all. And that's usually what I find. I don't find people are over asking, unless they're those weird businesses. It's usually people aren't asking at all. And then if you're running an ad, ask, right? Unless it's that type of ad I was showing you where we're trying to build a warm audience, then you don't ask, right? So, but that goes back to objective. If you're trying to build a warm audience, then you may not want to add a call to action, or it's super subtle. So images, right? Your content and your image need to support each other. And really what your image is supposed to do is it's supposed to show them what it will look like for them to work with you. Just letting that sink in a little because it's a little weird. So for the dentist, you've got a happy person in the chair in a beautiful, clean audience that, maybe their legs are crossed, they're relaxed, right? Because that's what you want for your patients. For you guys, kids in these great, super beautiful outfits that are clean, they're pristine, they're not threadbare or anything, so that people are like, oh, I'd love my kid to have that outfit. What happens as humans is we recognize other human faces, right? This is biology and science pieces of this. We naturally gravitate and assimilate that person to us. We do it with TV, we do it with pictures. So if you see another person in an image and it's something that's related to you, they're automatically gonna go, that could be me. Without even thinking that could be me. That's what they're doing. They're automatically saying, how does this pertain to me? And so that's why, I'm gonna skip a little, to the people portion of it, as much as possible, try to have people in your images if it's appropriate. Like with decks, have the deck, but have people having fun on the deck, right? Puppies, kids, babies, oh my gosh, we all stop and look at that stuff. And I guarantee you can figure out a way to add puppies, kids, and babies to any image. Or if you can't, call me and I can figure it out for you. That's like one of my funnest part of my days. How do I get a baby in here? Okay, content's gonna be this so we can put a baby in the picture. For you, it'll be great and easy because parties on the deck, family outings on the deck, you guys are just into it. Kid in a really cute outfit playing with their dog, right? Another tip I like to give people, and you may not be able to do it with every image, but try to use contrast colors with Facebook. So do a little art here. On the color wheel, right? You've got blue. Go with colors that are opposite of blue, your warmer colors, your reds, your oranges, your yellows. The whole picture doesn't have to have a big background. Someone's shirt, a pillow. So if there's furniture on the deck, maybe there's an orange or a red throw pillow, or it's striping. What that does is when we see that contrast, it makes us stop. And it's because everything on Facebook is blue and it's those cool tones, right? So you can still do your greens and your purples a little bit, but that's all analogous, meaning they're harmonious. You want something that's contrasting and a little jarring to go, oh, what is that, right? Because again, it's that behavioral science thing. We track things that are different just to see if it's going to eat us or not. That's really what it is. Even if it's on Facebook, the brain doesn't know that you're looking at an image and not standing in front of whatever's there. So you're like, So with all that said, because 90% of what everybody is going to be using are still images, video outperforms still images. People want more video. Facebook and Instagram reward you for using video. It's more apt to show it to people, and it doesn't have to be video of a person talking. It could be a nice pano of a deck, right? As long as there's motion. It goes back to that whole, is someone gonna eat me thing, right? We're tracking motion to see if it's friend or foe, and we stop and we look at. Have you ever gone and tried to not stop and watch a video that autoplays on one of these things? I can't. I try, right? I'm a marketer. You probably do it too. I'm a marketer. I know this trick. And you're like, crap, I'm still watching it. All right, get out of the frame. That's what I do.
You go down the black hole.
Yes. And but it's because it's that little part of your brain that's like, okay, is this friend or foe? Friend or foe? It's amazing. So you use that stuff to your advantage because what you want is to get that awareness. Watch it for 10 seconds and see if it's for you or not. This is not, evil science stuff. It's just, give me a little awareness so that you can figure out whether I'm for you or not. And if not, then they keep going, right? But so they reward you for video. And then from an advertising perspective, they show the video to more people. And then they like I had said earlier, they chunk those views down and they segment those audiences for you. And then you can do good retargeting ads, not creepy evil ones, but good ones to people that have watched those videos. So let's say you run a video, right? Kids in beautiful clothes, running around, that kind of stuff, and you have 100 people that watch it all the way through. You can run a retarget ad to those people saying, we're running a special offer and you get 10% off something. And those people don't know that they're the only ones that see it. It feels fair, to them it feels more serendipitous. When you do retargeting right, it feels serendipitous. It's like, oh my goodness, I just was thinking about this. I saw something about this. And now they're offering me a coupon. And in their mind, they're saying they're offering everybody this. But they're not, right? The companies that show you the shoes that you just looked at or bought, that's happened to me. I was like, I already bought those. Why are you showing me that ad? So, and we'll talk about sources for this too. Video doesn't just have to be that. There's things out there where you can just make a little animated GIF. You can have a still image that pulls in words over it. Again, just enough to catch the eye, right? You don't have to go crazy, not to start with.